This is a special rant. This has not been a good week for Joe Biden. I'm pissed because everything that seems to be going on, he hasn't shown the emotion that I would like. I would like to see him be really pissed off. I would like to see him challenging some of these people who are doing damage to our reputation in our country. Today, 12 soldiers were killed by a suicide bomber who belonged to ISIS-K. Now, ISIS-K is not only an enemy of the United States, they're an enemy of the Taliban. K stands for Khorasan, and it's a branch of ISIS. And they are enemies of the Taliban, really enemies. And based upon all of this, and all of this is happening at the end. And America looks weak and confused and on the defensive. The entirety of our national security establishment sucking, including the leading members of the military. You know, we screwed up this evacuation, this withdrawal, as bad as it can be screwed up. Because all the parts weren't in place. And the Taliban wanted us out by August 31st. And we agreed to get out by August 31st. But damn it, if you're going to get out by August 31st, you have to have all your pieces in place. And I'm not blaming the whole thing on Biden, because when Trump started moving troops out, he didn't think about moving Afghans out at all. So a lot of it lies on his shoulders, but it doesn't make any difference, because the buck stops with Biden, and he's in bad shape, and he shows no emotion. When I listen to him speak, it's like I'm talking to my neighbor. And maybe even my neighbor, who's an ex-cop, would be more angry than he is. So are we confused? Are we epileptic? You know, it's time we showed some anger and dismay to the journalists who are watching us. And we should be furious with our colleagues in Afghanistan, who are now facing a dismal future. The president there let us hang around for 20 years, and then he took off as fast as he could. And this is not going to get better. Even though supposedly we had talks and peaceful interludes with the Taliban, this is not going to get better. They want us out on August 31st. And it's going to be terrible for the women and the children in that country. And I think part of the problem there is because the Afghan security forces really didn't have their heart in becoming a democracy. And all the factions, all the tribes that exist there, they had no reason to want to be a democracy. They had no reason to listen to the president. I doubt if they ever listened to the guy who was the president, Ashraf Ghani. And we have been looking for a bipartisan relationship. Well, we're getting it now, but it's the wrong kind of bipartisan relationship. Because now it's the Democrats on Capitol Hill who are joining with the Republicans on Capitol Hill and speaking out against the way Biden and his team have handled the events in Afghanistan. And that's only going to get worse now, because with this attack, this suicide attack, you'll see Democrats running for cover like crazy, because they don't give a shit about Biden and this country. They don't care really about getting out of Afghanistan. Those suckers are only worried about keeping their job. And if Joe Biden really screws everything up, then they may pay the price at the polls in 2022. And that's all these guys are worried about. They're just worried about what I will call the political fallout from this thing. So we have a mess on our hands. And I don't think we got a captain right now who's sailing our ship in the right direction. Raving lately about all the people we got on planes, 104,000 people in a couple of days. We got them out. But there's probably another 150,000 waiting to go, and they're not going to get out so fast. And we're not going to be able to get them out. And that sucks. That sucks for all these people who spent 20 years helping us. So why did we get locked into this situation? We tried to get out on September 11th. Maybe we should have said we'll be out by New Year's. This September 11th was going to be a big celebration for the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attack. But it didn't work out that way. And we backed down to August 31st. And that's no damn good if we leave people behind to get killed. So I'm pissed. I would like to see some fire at the head. And Biden is calm and quiet and speaking and Kamala Harris has disappeared. I don't know what the hell she's doing. And I've been a Democrat my whole life. I didn't like Hillary Clinton running for president, but I hated Trump as the president. And look what we got. We didn't get anything really good in this whole deal. So Biden's rating is probably taking a nosedive, and it's not going to recover quickly. It certainly isn't going to recover quickly because there's nothing he can do fast enough with a different light. Did Biden bungle the exit? Was withdrawal the right move? What should come next for America and Afghanistan and the region? And we're going to have plenty of time to answer those questions, but it may be too late to come up with the correct answer. So the politics of the situation suck. And Joe Biden in 7 months has gotten himself in a deep hole. And there are many in this government on both sides who are looking to bury him in that hole. So I question whether or not he has the fortitude to figure out a way to come out of this thing and remain a true leader for the next 3.5 years. Or is he going to be some kind of limp dick president? I leave you with those thoughts. I'm not happy about leaving you with these thoughts. But I got to get on to the next rant. Bye.